the interesting taxing maneuver will help with spinal mobility as well. I'm going to do this 5 times. At the playground today is Tuesday, and usually on Tuesdays I do jiu-jitsu, but I don't know, I wanted to go and I should have gone, in my opinion, but I was watching the Flowing Dutchman all day, and I don't know, there's something about the way the Flowing Dutchman moves. The Flowing Dutchman is a YouTuber, if you guys don't know him. He's a YouTuber that does a lot of like steel mace and I guess quote-unquote unconventional tools-based content. So he like travels to like different countries, uses like weight training tools that are native to wherever he travels. So like he explores the Indian Gada. I hope I'm saying that right. Even my family says I pronounced that wrong. Then our steel maces, our Indian clubs, our jori, then Persian meals, etc., etc., etc. And I don't know, I was just watching him do a bunch of stuff, and I don't know, it made me want to come here and swing the mace instead of go to jiu-jitsu. But this is the last time I skip a Tuesday. From here on out, every Tuesdays and Thursdays I am going to do my jiu-jitsu classes. And yeah, another way I convinced myself to come here was yesterday I told that there'd be, well, I didn't say that there'd be a video today. I said see you all in tomorrow's video. So I don't know, I convinced myself that coming here was the better thing to do, if that makes sense. In any case, I also have my water bag. Depending on the brand, it's called different things. One brand calls it hydro bag, another one calls it aqua bag, another one calls it tidal tank. So you know, at the end of the day, it's a weight training device in which you can fill a bunch of water and then top it off with air, and it moves, and the water moves around as you lift, and it makes you have to focus a lot on stability. And yeah, I plan, another reason I wanted to do weight training today was because I wanted to experiment with that and see how it felt. So yeah, starting off with some two-handed 360s. There's something that happens when you watch someone that's really good at what they're doing. So in this case, watching the Flowing Dutchman swing a mace around all day, it like made me notice some things that he does to make his form look kind of pristine and smooth. And like I'm trying to use some of those pointers. So one of the things is he keeps his elbows really close and tight to his head, and it helps form a more clean circular pattern, in my opinion. And like I tried doing that the past 2 sets, and it seemed to help. So yeah, starting off with two-handed 360s, then moving into single hand for 10 on each side. Switching sides, And then try setting all of this with the hydro bag. So you guys can probably hear the water sloshing around as I move this, and you'll probably hear it a whole lot more now because now the water is really close to the microphone. So what I'm doing with this is I'm doing a lunge and then a behind the neck shoulder press, and then another lunge and a behind the neck shoulder press. I have about 40 pounds approximately of water filled in this. I didn't really measure it, but like if I were to gauge by how it feels, how the movement feels, like it feels light enough to where lunges don't feel like they're too heavy. But what I have to like kind of gauge is the stability of things, because the water sloshing around makes me lose my center of balance, which is, you know, the intention of having water in it, and it forces you to be a lot more intentional with the contractions, and it also seems to burn the muscles a lot more even at this weight. And I also didn't want to fill it up too much because it's my first time using it and I didn't really know what to expect with how it feels like, and so decided to go on the slightly lighter side instead of filling it up too full. Going for 8 reps on each leg, which makes it 16 shoulder presses, and it should leave the shoulders burning quite a bit. I think that was 5. And as it sloshes around, I feel different muscles in my core and shoulders have to get like recruited to keep things in place. And these ever so slight contractions seem to take its own kind of toll and exhaustion. Huh?
There you go.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing for now. I'm gonna do 5 sets of it and then on to something else. So for the next set of movements, starting off with a clean and press with a squat. No, just a clean and a squat. So yeah, clean to a squat with the hydro bag, aqua bag, whatever you want to call it. Looks like this. As I do the squat, the water moves from side to side, forcing my core to stay even more engaged than usual. Going for 10. The shoulders also have to be constantly adapting to which way the water is moving. Then with the kettlebell, starting off with a snatch, moving into a side bend, into an overhead squat. I'm going to repeat this for 5 on each side. Targeting a lot of the shoulder stability and range of motion, while also having a squat element. And then with the steel mace, doing alternate 360s or alternate 10 to 2s with one hand. I don't know. On quite a few of those reps there, it felt like I didn't get the rhythm quite right, but you know, it is what it is. Going to do like 4 to 5 sets of that, and then on to the next thing. So for the next set of movements, doing, I would say, something kind of interesting. I don't know, the Aqua bag on its own is, I guess, kind of interesting, but yeah, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So going to get the bag behind my shoulders and hold it on either side like this, and then from this position going to sit into a squat, tilt all the way to one side, come back center, get back up, and then repeat on the other side. That act of tilting side to side recruits a lot of core muscles and the quadratus lumborum and muscles around the spine, and yeah, it's really quite the interesting taxing maneuver. Will help with spinal mobility as well. I'm going to do this 5 times. And even when I squat at the top of the movement, the water is sloshing around, forcing my core to stay active and stable on top. Then after 5 reps, I'm going to start off with a side bend at the top position till my elbow touches my thigh, come straight up, back into a squat, and repeat on the other side. Doing this 5 times as well. I better become really stable after this. I hope this kind of training, like, although it's my first day, I'll probably stick to it. I hope it'll let me get that back on. I hope it contributes to overall stability, and I'm able to notice it. What's that, 5? I'm going to do one more for safety. Then with the steel mace, I'm going to do a flow pattern. So, ooh, that's pretty taxing, all right. So, going to do a 360 to a single to a lunge. going to repeat that 8 times each side. So yeah, going to do this for like 3 sets maybe, and then on to something else. Alright, on to a somewhat mini juggling session. So yeah, let's just do the first sequence and then... Hey, how's it going?
Good. You work out every day?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What time?
It depends. So like yesterday was Labor Day, so I was here at like 12. Today,
Mostly at this time.
yeah, around this time, and then sometimes I go to like jiu-jitsu or something.
I will be coming. Can I come to work with you?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I live in this building.
Alright.
Okay?
Yeah. So yeah, on to a juggling session. Muscles weren't firing. Like my elbows, or like the front of my elbows, are kind of sore from all the pull-ups yesterday. And so it's like, I don't know, I noticed like with even with some of the steel mace movements, there was a sort of rigidity and soreness in the elbows. I think it's less apparent with the steel mace movements, but definitely like more apparent with this. Didn't get it to flip enough. Oh well. But yeah, pretty interesting workout today in my opinion. I've never worked out with a Aqua bag before, so all that water sloshing around definitely was a new stimulus. And you know, if it does what it's supposed to do, which is help me train for stability and force like my core muscles and stabilizers to be recruited more effectively, then it should in theory improve my overall strength and stuff. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the potential gains from that if it works the way it's supposed to. Wasn't really ready for that double. Did that double mug a little too fast. Anyway, that was good enough. That's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.